Pastor Vance, first of all, I'd like to thank every person viewing and seeing and watching ABN special show today. And this is just an exciting time for ABN. In the past, Christ had people come to him and tell him, Lord, heal my son, he's sick. Lord, heal my brother, he's blind. So people used to come to Christ and they will get healing. And that's exactly how the media was in the past. You go to the television set and you see the news and you get the news when you go and turn on your television set. The whole perspective has completely changed. The dynamic of giving messages has changed. Today, the world is going to your home, not you going to the television. And what did Christ's greatest command was? Go into the whole world. Don't sit down and let the world come to you. Go and tell, go and share. And that's exactly what ABN is doing today. It is changing the dynamics of delivering the message of salvation. Instead of being on satellites, waiting for people to tune into ABN, no, we are going exactly to the homes, to the telephones, to the people themselves where they are, and giving them the message of salvation. That's the dynamic change of ABN. And this is demanding a new perspective of change in the delivery of the message and the dynamics of the cost, the economics of giving the word of God to the greater number of people at the less cost-effective to ABN. And the leadership of ABN has thought a lot and prayed a lot before they decided to transfer or change the directive of satellites into digital. And today, the fastest growing, if I should say, messages are multiplying through what Pastor Bassem said about the digital media. But you know what's the reason? Because we use decimal systems in counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 100, 1,000. This is called decimal system, and it takes time to count from 1 to 1,000, right? But multimedia, digital media uses 2 numbers only. They call it binary system, the number 0 and number 1. And that's the secret of multiplication. When God told us to go, be fruitful, and what did he say? And multiply. Multiplication is the key of giving the message of Christ at the fastest time, quickest time, at the least cost. You know what is the key to this? It's something very, very important that I would like to give you exactly the reason why ABN is using the economics of the cost of delivering the message of Christ at the fastest possible time. And it's called speed. And the speed comes from the binary system. It's the fastest growing efficiency today in delivering the message of Christ to far more people in number than ever in the history of mankind. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what ABN is targeting, the 1040 window, in giving in their own language the message of Christ at the quickest possible time. That's very important to understand. Instead of taking us years to reach, ABN has been 18 years on the air, and we have reached people on satellites. But today, in these short periods of times, we are targeting and reaching far more people than ABN ever did with satellites. And because the time is very short, we don't have time to waste. And we ask you, as a supporter of ABN, as a viewer of ABN, as ABN has been continually giving you the message of Christ, it will continue to give up that very same message at the best quality possible with the least possible cost. And I'm sure that you, as a partner of ABN, will not undoubtedly continue to support ABN to give the message of Christ to the whole wide world. And that's exactly what ABN is committed to do, to give the message of Christ to the whole wide world, and thereby fulfilling the command that Christ told us as believers. Go ye into all the world, not just the Arab world. not just the English world, to all the world. That's what ABN is focusing on, giving in all the languages the message of Christ.
Amen.